Hey y'all,
Hey,
welcome back to our channel. I am Stephanie
and I am Valentine.
and we are
Four
Journeys. If you are new here, thank you for clicking on this video. If you're not new, please comment, let us know, tell us hey in the comments or something. And if you are new, if you would please like, comment, subscribe, share to our channel. You can find us on TikTok at 4Journeys4 and on YouTube at 4Journeys, and Journeys is spelled Journies. And let's get into this topic.
Let's get into this topic. I think I'm going to like this one.
I think so too. Okay, what are we talking about today?
Balancing life
Mm-hmm.
and obedience.
Okay. Balancing life and being obedient.
If you don't find nothing else, find who you are.
Yeah.
Because it is going to play an important role in your day-to-day life.
Mm-hmm.
And the same little kids that you meet in school will be the same little kids as adults.
Mm-hmm.
They're the same.
They'll just be bigger.
They're just bigger.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
So finding that balance, finding who you are, finding what your boundaries are, finding what your standards are, and understanding that they are different.
Mm-hmm.
They're different.
Mm-hmm.
And loving on you, whatever that looks like for you. For me, it's spending time by myself. What does loving on you mean?
Mm-hmm.
What does it look like for you?
Loving on me is, yes, spending time, making sure I find time for myself, making sure I make time to have that moment with God. Like that's living on me. I'm at a place where I'm also figuring out all of what living on me is. You know, I asked myself just recently, what makes me happy?
Absolutely.
When you have kids and then you have a spouse, a husband, which is different than a boyfriend, because you have that in the back of your mind, a covenant commitment you made to get when you're getting married, and that in the back of your head always challenges you to compromise and challenges you to know, okay, where am I lacking? Where do I need to scale back? And making sure I know what makes me happy, so that when I am having a hard time, I can go to that thing that makes me happy. I can go to that place that requires me to love on myself. Those moments, that's very important. Loving on myself is something that is spending time with myself. Is something that's helping me learn to love myself more and learn to give myself grace more, and being obedient too. Being obedient.
Yep.
Being obedient in where I am, understanding where I am, respecting where I am, what all I'm trying to do in my life, and being okay with it may not making sense to somebody else.
Yep.
Sometimes we worry about what somebody else is going to think. I know I do that sometimes. Even when we're on this podcast and we're talking, sometimes I think, well, what is somebody going to think? Or am I, like, I'm in my head. I'm always in my head. I'm an overthinker.
Yeah.
So I want to say yesterday, God has a way of like dropping little gems in us. I was watching on YouTube the interview with Carlos King and Nene from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And something she said, even in those little, when we're thinking, oh, I'm about to watch some little reality TV. You know, God ain't got nothing to do with that. He can drop some gems in that too. He use all of us. Whatever you got going on, he's in all of it. Yeah. Don't think he's not. And she said something that stuck out to me. She said when she first started doing in the Real Housewives, it was like on a pilot when she first started it. She would come in and she wasn't herself. Like, she wasn't talking like herself. She wasn't being Nene. She was just being like, just trying to clean it up. And she said, I remember just saying, you know what? This don't feel right. I'm just going to go in talking like how I talk, being like how I be. Just be me, all around me. And she said, that was the best thing I could have ever done.
Absolutely.
That was the best thing I could have ever done.
Yep.
And so me doing that, comfortable with being me, just comfortable. This how I talk. Sometimes I'm a Like sometimes you might, what she said, whatever it is, just being me, who I am,
Yep.
and growing,
Mm-hmm.
and allow myself to grow, and
Mm-hmm.
just being unapologetically me.
Absolutely. And I think that is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And, even with that, holding myself accountable daily,
Mm-hmm.
what did I do?
Yeah.
What could I have done?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that is balance for me.
Yeah.
I definitely think that I understand it when you say I'm nervous about what people think.
Yeah.
I used to be like that.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much now.
Yeah.
Um, I don't care what you think.
Yeah.
That don't have nothing. What you think ain't got nothing to do with me.
That ain't none of my business, as you always say. That ain't my business.
That ain't my business.
That ain't my business.
What you think of me ain't none of my business,
Mm-hmm.
because the way you think of me, it ain't gonna pay my bills.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't gonna get me dressed in the morning.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna keep my power on.
Mm-hmm.
It's not.
Mm-hmm.
So your opinion of me is just your opinion.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
So I don't worry about what people think. And I think that's, honestly, Stephanie, I think that has been a part of my life for a very long time, is what makes me happy.
Yeah.
Because I don't worry about what you think of me. I don't care about what you think of me. I don't, not you. I do care about what my inner circle thinks.
Yeah.
I do. I never want to disappoint you. I never want to I never want to do anything that causes you harm. I never want to not defend you, or not take up for you, or not understand where you're coming from. Or as a friend, to me, it's understanding that you have flaws.
Yeah.
And I love you past them.
Yeah.
But everybody else outside of my circle, outside of my village, no.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter to me at all what you think of me. Because I've had better people who think worse of me than,
Yeah.
So it's just, I don't care.
Yeah.
And I think that's just where my balance come in at. If I worried about what everybody thought of me, Stephanie, or what the world thought of me, I would probably be in shambles. Because that's a lot. That's a lot to lay down with every night. Oh, well, she don't like me, or she said, no, I don't care. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me either way. I am so comfortable in my skin right now. I am so loving who I am. I am so balanced, Stephanie. I am. Do I cry? Yep. I cry. Am I angry? Absolutely. Yep. Do I get upset? Do I have good days? Absolutely. Do I have bad days? Absolutely. But I think that comes with living.
Yeah.
I think that comes with life.
Yeah.
So when you get the opportunity to be happy, when you get the time to be with your friends and you laugh, and you get the opportunity to put a smile on somebody else's face, because you never know what somebody else is going through.
Yeah.
And you don't know how good that makes you feel when you've brightened up somebody else's day. That's what I'm focused on.
Yeah.
Just everything negative. No, there's no place for it in my life.
No room.
No room.
It does take you off balance. Negativity. It takes you off balance.
Yep.
It does take you off balance. And it is important to not care what people have to say or think about you, because that can disrupt your journey. It can put you on pause to worrying about what someone may think, and it cause you to focus more on something that it may be something just for this person in their season. Wherever they are in their negativity, that's the season you're in.
Yep.
And I'm just gonna give you on to the good Lord, and and maybe we just don't need to be in season with each other.
No.
I saw something the other day on I want to say TikTok, and the pastor was saying sometimes, like, about friendships, we go through seasons in friendships where we maybe grew up together in high school and we're always around each other, and a big part of our life was just being around one another, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and that was a huge part of our lives. And then we become adults,
Mm-hmm.
and as we become adults, people enter into different seasons,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's marriage, whether it's you're buying a home, whether it's a huge job, whatever it is, we all enter into different seasons, and then we kind of start drifting away.
Mm-hmm.
Now, some people, they're able to stay close together because maybe they're not growing as they should. And the person that is drifting away is usually looked at as, you're acting different now.
Mm.
Well, I should be acting different
Mm-hmm.
because maybe I have big bills now
Mm-hmm.
that I need to act different. I need to think differently.
Mm-hmm.
So I might need to just pause on this for a little bit. It's nothing against anybody. It's because my life is drifting me in a way where the time, my highlight of the day, my highlight of my week of having that moment with you, I need to spend that energy somewhere else. I need
Yep.
to be thinking differently. And I can't think differently if I'm doing the same things I was doing
Mm-hmm.
fresh out of high school, fresh out of the 20s. And some people, they don't understand that.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, I always wonder, why don't everybody understand that? Why don't everybody understand that sometimes relationships just drift, and it's nothing personal. It has everything to do with whatever season that person is in. He also said, why not think, is that person mentally okay? I wonder what's going on with that person. Instead of taking it personal, just saying, I wonder, you know, what's going on with this person. Love them anyways, still have that unconditional love for them.
Mm-hmm.
Don't change that. Still be that, I'm going to be here for you if you need me, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But don't look at them as they're acting different or they're doing this. Maybe they're different is not a because of you. Life is different for them.
Mm-hmm.
Life has shifted them in a direction of where they need to go. It could be something going on with their children if they have kids. You know, it could be a lot of things.
I don't know. I just think as humans, we think that when a friend is drifting, oh, they think they're better than me. I think that is
Mm-hmm.
the first thought process that they go to.
Yeah.
Like, it couldn't be. Whew.
Yeah.
It couldn't be that I'm just in a different season than you. It
Yeah.
couldn't be that something life changing has happened to me.
Right.
It can't be, that I'm dealing with something that has nothing to do with you. And that's why I said, I think in the beginning of this, Stephanie, it's, you know, when I say friend,
Mm-hmm.
I mean that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's even if I have to love you from a distance,
Mm-hmm.
if I can't help you
Mm-hmm.
go through whatever you're going through,
Yeah.
I can love you from a distance and
Mm-hmm.
I can check up on you.
Yeah.
I can check in with you.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's where we get it misconstrued at is I'm not a fair weather friend.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
When I say friend,
Mm-hmm.
I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
Yeah.
People say friend and use it so loosely.
Right.
And they don't know the responsibilities or
Mm-hmm.
understand or accept the responsibilities that come with
it.
being a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not a fly by night.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's not something that you can take or you can leave. It is a lifelong commitment
Mm-hmm.
that you are giving to someone.
Yeah.
And you're going to see them at their worst and you're going to see them at their best. And you're going to be there when they're crying.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be there when they're angry. And it's not so much to give advice or guide them. Sometimes somebody just needs to be there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that's the hardest part for us is understanding and separating what a friend is and it's just somebody I hang out with.
Mm-hmm.
Because through it all, friendship is a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
It is a huge responsibility.
It is.
It is learning somebody who's so different than
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
It's accepting somebody who's so different than you.
Mm-hmm.
And getting out of the way so you can understand
Yeah.
that person.
Yeah.
That's what a friend is.
Yeah.
It's loving them through the good, the bad, the ugly. You love them past it. Their ups, their downs,
Yeah.
and they're human, and they're women, and they're emotional. And it's giving a part of you that sometimes you don't want to give.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes I don't want to be nice.
Yeah.
But she's my friend. So I have to find it in me too. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way that I look at, friendship. And it is such an important part of that life balance. Friendship is the most important.
Yeah.
And not just any friendship. I'm talking about the real friendships. That they're able to withstand what's coming in your life. Yeah. They're able to withstand the ups and downs. Yeah. They're able to withstand your moods, and they're able to withstand the coming and the going. They're able to withstand it. Yeah. And that's what I want to be. Yeah. That's who I am. Yeah. And it's not because I had to, it's because I chose to. Yeah. It was an important choice for me. Yeah. So I think it's just balancing. Yeah.
Well, you are very much so that friend. And I
you
think
say it all the time.
You are. And I think that friends like that, that's why they say good friends are hard to come by.
Yes.
Because it is. Because you are dealing with another person's emotion.
Oh God, yes.
And you're dealing with your own. And sometimes you have to understand that you also have to notice about yourself that everybody is not going to be able to accept all parts of me, that good, that bad, that ugly. So while you're being a friend, you also have to be aware of yourself to know, I can't put this on this person.
And it all stems back to knowing who you are. Yeah. It's like a circle of life.
It is.
It all comes down. That is the most important part of the whole circle. Not only God.
Yes.
It's the God.
Yeah.
And then knowing who you are. You have, if you don't know nothing else,
know you.
You have to know you. Because you're no good to no one else if you don't know you. Yeah. Period.
That is a fact. That is a fact. Yes. I can testimony to that. That is true. That is so true. Yes. Because in my time of not knowing myself, I didn't know how to be a friend. I didn't know how to be a sister. I didn't know how to be a girlfriend. I didn't know how to be a mother. I didn't know how to be a lot of things, because for one, I didn't know what I wanted to look like besides what it looked like to somebody else. I didn't know what I wanted my life to look like besides what it looked like on television. And you do have to know yourself. That is the number one thing. Yep. Knowing who you are. And I'm so grateful that that's one thing that I learned from you. That's one thing that that has always stuck out to me. You saying, you must know who you are.
Absolutely.
You have to know who you are. You got to know who you are. You have to. You're not too grown to say, you know what, I need to know who I am. You're not too grown for that.
There is no age.
No age.
There's no age limit. There's no age limit. I say that to anybody. If you got to start today, figure it out. Because it makes everything else in life tick. Yeah. It makes everything else in life tick. Period. Yeah. It does not get, and you can walk around here and pretend as though you know yourself and you don't. And if you look back and you see all the failed things that happen, it is no need of blaming anybody else. Everything that's failed in your life is merely because of you. You are the number one source. And until you figure that out, your balance in life will forever be off. Yeah. It just will. Yeah. And it's sad, but it's true, you know.
It's true.
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
This is a good conversation.
A wonderful conversation.
Yes. I
liked it.
Me too. I loved it.
I
If
did too.
you are somebody that feels like your life is off balance and have been off balance and you don't like where you are, you feel like you should be way ahead, I challenge you to take some time, whether it's 5 minutes a day, whether it's on your lunch break, whatever time you have to yourself, take some time, get a notebook, and write down what makes you happy. Start figuring it out. And if you don't know what makes you happy, that is a clear indication that maybe you have been living your life for other people and not for yourself. So, and also include God on that journey. Include God on that journey of, am I where I want to be? Is my life balanced? If my life is not balanced, where should I start looking? Include, it is a must. Do not do that part of your journey without God, because if not, the enemy will slither his way in. Absolutely. And he will direct you somewhere else, and then you start thinking you need to be an influencer. Mm-hmm. You start thinking you need to be things that you are not even qualified for, and things that is not even a part of your path. So if you are trying to find balance in your life, take some time to yourself and include God on that journey.
I absolutely agree with everything Stephanie has said. I'm a big believer in knowing who you are. And however you have to get on that path of learning who you are is important. I think and I believe that it will do a world of difference. It will show you things that you didn't even know. Mm-hmm. Learn to love yourself. Begin there. Focusing on God, mm-hmm. Allowing Him to be your number one source. Yes. Understanding Him and allowing Him in to your life where you can get some understanding of who you are. Yeah. Thank you for always supporting us. Mm-hmm. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. If there is anything that you want to hear me and Stephanie talk about on our journey, please don't hesitate to comment. Mm-hmm. Please
drop it in the comments.
And we will most definitely do it. I don't know which episode, but we will most definitely include it. Mm-hmm. Today we kind of got a little off path a little bit. We started talking about things, adding things in, but I think it's all about the journey and what we're feeling at the time, mm-hmm. Where the conversation takes us. I think that's important, that we don't veer off. We don't veer off and not go with what we're thinking or what we're feeling. It was a message in there for someone. Yeah. I just hope it gets there. Mm-hmm. We love you.
Thank you. Enjoy the journey.
Enjoy the journey.
If you haven't already, like, share, and comment. If you want to see more videos like this pop up on your timeline, click that notification bell.
Click the notification. We got a notification bell?
Yep. Ah! Yep. Click the notification bell. Subscribe. First, you got to subscribe. Then you got to click the notification bell. Okay. First, subscribe. I don't have an attitude with y'all, but first subscribe. Then click the notification bell to get notifications about every time we're posting a video. And don't forget to enjoy the journey and bring God along with you as you are enjoying your journey.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.